Barbershop conversation, guys. Feel free, hit the subscribe button. So I want to talk about something which was actually one of my first thoughts. Errol Spence. Well, one of my first thoughts was, will Terrence Crawford show up? You know, he and Bomac, will they show up to the fight? But I know he's in camp. But because it's such a big event and he can kind of monetize and gain momentum off of Errol Spence's show, I thought he may show up, right? Just to start the conversation or reignite or further the conversation, depending on where you are in this boxing thing. And he didn't show up. And I was like, I can respect that. He's in camp. He wants to honor and respect Amir Khan. So no problems there. But I remember in September, Bomac said on Trill Boxing Talk that Errol Spence is living paycheck to paycheck, right? And it's well documented that Terrence Crawford makes $3.5 million a year. Somewhere, $3 a year per fight, right? He probably gets some back end, some front end money, whatever the case may be. But that's what's being reported, right? What's being reported is $3 million a year, right? Now, Saturday night, let's put this in perspective. And I'm doubling down on this. Remember, Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence is the example, but please apply Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford to your life because it's so important. All right, I gotta cut this AC on. He damn near made Terrence Crawford entire contract with ESPN in one night. Man down with the co-promoter along with TGB and Garcia Boxing. It was an extraordinary event. 47,000 people were there, so feel free to do the math on the gate. The lowest ticket there, when I checked, honestly, it was $68. I was at the brunch and someone inquired about a ticket. It was $68 for the cheapest seat there, right? And I heard him on Trill Boxing Talk this morning, and I just wanted to substantiate what the reality of everything should be. In comparison, in reality, none of these guys are living paycheck to paycheck. But Bomac was saying that, and this is not about Bomac. This is about business acumen, right? Errol Spence, no matter what they give Terrence Crawford, will be a fraction of what Errol Spence will make throughout the prime of his career. Right? Do the math. He's a walk-in sellout in a basketball arena. He can get 20,000 off the rip. He fought Ocampo and got 15,000 people off the rip. No opponent. Terrible undercard. Below average undercard, we'll say. Right? He shows up against Mikey Garcia, 47-5-25, right? 48,000. Incredible response. Obviously, the opponent helped, but I believe moving forward, he will be an amazing talent and a igniter, a generator of tax revenue for the city of Dallas. And I think that we need to get out of the mindset of being satisfied with just receiving. We need to be more satisfied in creating. Right? Are you a producer or a consumer? Now, $3 million a fight is nothing to cough at. $3 million a fight is a lot of money to me. You know, I'm a working class man. You give me $3 million to do one thing outside of selling my soul, I'm gonna do it. You know, with respect to, you guys get what I'm saying. And I think it's important that you guys hear my words and fully understand the realities, right? Never accept someone's first offer. Why would you accept someone's first offer? It makes no sense, right? That's typically benefits them, their first offer. And we gotta, I said this in the video I just posted. You have to be satisfied with what you believe in and allow people to respond and feel your responses. You know, we're so, as a culture, it's not just a black and white thing, but just as a culture, we want to have a level of sympathy for the people that we hurt, knowing that it won't benefit us. And we don't fully understand that until we get 40, 50 years old, and our kids are out the house and we're living on our own. You get what I'm saying? So I think that obviously Terrence Crawford got the short end of the stick, and I think it's foolish for like Bomac to say something to the fact we're not fighting in Dallas, Texas. Man, get the fuck out of here. I didn't watch the fight. Get the fuck out. And I know, in my humble opinion, I believe he's just promoting the fight. I don't believe there's level of hate, because you got to fight the man, right? You're gonna fight him eventually. So there's a level of like hate that you must have for the man. But I don't think it's hate on the pretense of like he wants the man to do bad. I think he wants Terrence Crawford to get the better end of the stick, and rightfully so. But Terrence Crawford is just getting a piece of the stick. He's not getting, and I wish they had someone like me who I've never dealt with $100 million contracts. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you, but I genuinely believe that I have the foresight, whether you guys understand this or not, I have the foresight to see things from 50,000 feet. And I think that most Americans are short-sighted because we live in a capitalist society, and we only understand now. We don't really really grasp and accept the long end of the deals. Like today, people were saying he turned down $120 million. Deontay Wilder didn't turn down $120 million. He turned down DAZN. Because if he turned down $120 million, that means he's retiring from boxing. He's going to make that and then some. Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder has to be on pay-per-view for everyone to be happy. It cannot be on DAZN. All right? It can't. It just simply, it can't. It doesn't make sense. Now, I can see if they were fighting 12 times a year, then quite possibly it could make sense. But since they're not, since they're only fighting twice, maybe 3 times, the reality of it is it makes better sense for it to be on pay-per-view. Now, with that being said, Terrence Crawford arguably is the lowest paid ace high fighter on ESPN.